What if Earth had two moons? Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing not just one, but two moons shining above you. How would that change life on Earth? Would tides rise higher? Would nights be brighter? And could an extra moon mean the end of civilization as we know it? The idea of Earth having two moons isn't just science fiction, it's a fascinating scientific scenario with real-world implications. From shifting ocean tides to altering our planet's stability, a second moon could transform Earth in ways that might surprise you. But what would actually happen? Let's explore. The moon we know, a quick history. Before we dive into what could be, let's understand what is. Our current moon formed about 4.5 billion years ago, likely after a Mars-sized planet, Theia, collided with Earth. The debris from this impact eventually coalesced, giving us the moon we see today. But did you know Earth may have once had multiple moons? Some scientists theorize that a smaller secondary moon once orbited Earth before colliding with the larger one, forming the moon's rugged far side. This suggests that having more than one moon isn't entirely out of the question. A second moon appears. What changes? If Earth had another moon, its size, distance, and orbit would dictate the extent of the changes. Let's assume this new moon is about half the size of our current one and orbits at a stable distance. One of the biggest changes would be the tides. The moon's gravitational pull is responsible for ocean tides. An extra moon would create complex tidal patterns, potentially leading to extreme high and low tides. Coastal cities might experience severe flooding, while marine life, dependent on stable tides, could struggle to adapt. Nighttime brightness would also increase. With two moons reflecting sunlight, our nights would be far less dark. This could impact nocturnal animals, disrupt sleep cycles, and even affect human psychology over time. But that's just the beginning. What if the two moons weren't stable? The chaos of unstable orbits. The orbits of celestial bodies follow the delicate balance of gravity, and introducing a second moon could throw this balance off. The two moons might tug on each other, leading to irregular orbits. Over time, this could result in one of three possible outcomes. A moon collides with Earth. If gravitational interactions destabilize the second moon's orbit, it could eventually spiral inward, crashing into Earth. Such an impact would be catastrophic, possibly triggering an extinction-level event. Moons collide with each other. If the two moons interacted too closely, they could collide, breaking into debris. This debris might form a Saturn-like ring around Earth or rain down as meteor storms. A moon escapes into space. The gravitational interactions might eventually fling one moon out of Earth's orbit altogether, sending it drifting into space. Each of these outcomes would dramatically reshape life on Earth, highlighting how delicate our cosmic balance really is. Could we ever have two moons? The science says. Interestingly, Earth technically has had multiple moons before, at least temporarily. Astronomers have observed small asteroids getting caught in Earth's gravitational field, orbiting for a while before drifting away. However, a large, stable second moon would be nearly impossible to form naturally at this point. The only way it could happen would be if another celestial body, like a stray asteroid, were captured in Earth's gravitational field. This would then settle into a stable orbit, a very unlikely scenario. Debunking common myths. One of the most common myths is that adding another moon would simply mean more pretty lunar views. In reality, the gravitational effects of an extra moon would create unpredictable changes in weather, tides, and even Earth's axial tilt. Some sci-fi stories also suggest that two moons would mean double the lunar eclipses. The orbital interactions would make such events far more complex, if they even occurred regularly at all. The bigger picture, what this tells us about space. Studying what would happen if Earth had two moons helps us understand the fragile balance of planetary systems. It also gives insight into exoplanets, distant worlds that may have multiple moons. Could some of these planets have evolved differently due to their moon systems? Could life thrive under two or more moons? Understanding these cosmic dynamics also helps with future space exploration. If humans colonize other planets, knowing how multiple moons influence conditions could be crucial for survival. Fun facts about the moon. The moon is moving away from Earth at a rate of about 1.5 inches, 3.8 centimeters, per year. Millions of years from now, total solar eclipses will no longer be possible. If you could drive a car to the moon at 60 miles per hour, 97 kilometers per hour, it would take you about 6 months to get there. Conclusion: a moon for thought. So, what if Earth had two moons? While it might sound like a dreamlike spectacle, the reality is far more chaotic. From tidal disasters to orbital instabilities, an extra moon could dramatically reshape our world in unpredictable ways. What do you think? Would you want to live in a world with two moons? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, so you don't miss our next deep dive into the mysteries of the universe. See you in the next video.